What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. And guys, today we're going to talk about a fun one. This is RedFOX Labs. This is up my alley. I was a serious gamer when I was younger, and it's a huge use case for the blockchain. I was the type of guy, like, we were playing video games and there's always a level or a game that no one could beat, and it was like, oh, give it to Drake, he'll beat it. So that was me. But now I can't even touch a game. Like, I mean, I play any of these Call of Duties and whatever they play, I don't even know anymore. But I mean, like, I just turn left and all I see is 5, 4, 3, 2, respond, 5, 4, 3, 2. So all I see is like numbers counting down because I get shot like instantly. So I don't see why those games are fun anymore. I mean, I guess it's just because I don't know, I stink at playing video games now. But I always wanted that thing or that option to be able to. I always spent all this time in video games, and that would have been so great to be able to just say, all right, well, I spent all this time, maybe I can get paid for it. Almost like a job, because once I was done with the video game, it was like I stepped into reality and it was like, man, I just wasted like my whole entire day playing a video game. And then you kind of have reality set in and all kinds of garbage. That's why I gave up video games, because I was wasting way too much time with it. But anyways, why am I talking about this? Well, RedFOX Labs, what is it? First off, this is what they're doing. Southeast Asia's first blockchain venture builder. So they aren't only looking into gaming, but they do have a gaming venture. They have RedFOX Games. So basically it's an ecosystem of interoperable tournament-based video games. So this is massive. This reminds me of Engine as well. I'm, again, really big on video games, big on these type of projects. So Engine is really interesting, and RedFOX Games, they're building a whole ecosystem. So they even have something like COGS, is keys to other games. Basically, it's like NFTs, but in video games. And this is massive because, yes, it is really pumped up right now. But then again, you got to look at it like this. Say when the crypto bubble finally pops, people playing these video games, they don't have another option. Like, if they're playing these video games, some of these video games don't allow the option to pay in dollars. You still have to have the cryptocurrency. So I'm not saying this one is, I guess you can say, bear market proof, but I believe it'll hold up a little better compared to other altcoins. I see we're going to have a dump pretty soon. But hey, time will tell. We'll see what happens. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice. This is just me talking on a screen and you guys listen. And if you guys don't listen, that's cool. I'll sum it up at the end. Or if you guys just don't care, I probably lost you by now. But anyways, they're doing so many different things. It's basically like an incubator for companies. So here's another thing: is a live stream is the live streaming. So the future of e-commerce and cashback, and this is massive. So all these people doing like TikTok and Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Well, just imagine during that channel they start talking about a product as an advertising campaign, because everyone's watching YouTube videos. If you don't believe me, if you're watching this YouTube video, well, you're a part of the data because you're watching a YouTube video. So when they're watching these videos, they can go into like a e-commerce platform by saying, hey, look, you should try this product. It's so cool. And then people on the live stream, they can chat and say, hey, is that organic? Hey, is that natural? Hey, does that come with 3 objects or 3 items? And it can be answered immediately, and the people can buy it right then and there. So it's almost like an interactive commercial. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this a lot, but RedFOX Labs is investing in something like that as well. And Mike Novogratz, they're even talking about RedFOX Labs. But basically, that's what they're looking to do. I'm just going to go over a couple of things so you guys can get a concept of it. But RedFOX or RFOX coin, they actually have a VFOX coin. So it's basically the token that's going to be in the virtual reality. I'll have to do an updated video when that comes out. But basically, it's crazy. So the VFOX will actually burn the RFOX. Don't want to confuse you too much, but inside the VFOX, which is a virtual reality center, there's going to be like marketplaces. And if you guys haven't watched my video on OVR, go ahead and watch it. Because guys, we're going to come into the era where it's like Ready Player One, where people are quarantined at home and they don't want to get out and they're too fat to get out, so they just want to do everything digitally. Well, that's where the advertising is going to need to be. It's in video games. Now there's going to be restaurants in video games, and there's going to be stores. Just imagine you're walking in a virtual retail store. You see a pair of pants, or you see a burger, or you see a McDonald's restaurant, and you're like, oh man, I'm going to buy a burger. So you buy a burger, it's automatically at your door in 15 minutes. How cool would that be? So cool. Anyways, side note. Well, back to what we're talking about on topic. What is the utility of RFox? RFox will be used to power the entire RFox ecosystem and act as a form of payment. So why is this important? Well, just like Ethereum, every time or every interaction you make with the Ethereum network, you need a little piece of Ethereum. Whether you're accepting a token or sending a token, you need some Ethereum. Same thing with RFox. They're actually, the reason why I also like this is it's bringing blockchain mainstream, because these companies don't even know they're going to be using it. It's actually used on the back end. So every time, even if they don't even have a token, these companies and these venture capitals that they're going to be launching, they don't even know they're using a token, but it's used on the back end. So keep that in mind. Why should you own RFox? Well, RFox will assume the role of being the main currency for ventures. So again, if you are interested in the projects they're looking at, this is probably something you're looking at. This talks about the where you can buy it. You can get it on Uniswap as well. You can store it on a MetaMask. Is it stored on a... Yes, you can actually store it on external wallets such as Mu. So there's a couple different things, and here's a contract address. And if you want to learn more about it, we're going to go over the black paper. If you guys, well, actually, I highly recommend you guys look and do some more research. Please don't allow this to be your only source of research. Guys, I'm going to teach you about a project, talk to you about it, but you guys got to do more research and look into it. So here's the Metaverse that we're talking about. This is coming to RedFOX Labs. Now, why is this massive? Guys, because we're going digital. Just think. And I think it says it in the light paper too. But I mean, just imagine starting to buy things from a store. Or even better yet, this guy, Ben Fairbank, he actually proposed to his wife with an NFT ring. Like, you know, like a wedding ring. Like, send it to her via email. That's crazy. Okay, so he made her, well, hey, props to him, man. Save a bunch of money, right? Only paying ETH gas fee instead of paying thousands for a stinking diamond ring. But I mean, it's massive. Maybe she can wear it on her avatar in gaming sphere. I don't know. Eve Fairbank. She must have been pretty happy. But anyways, you guys can kind of get the concept. It's like we're going all digital. And why is this important? Well, the reason why it's important is because you want to get ahead of it. Now, people aren't all the way digital yet, but until they realize like, oh, whoa, this is the future. I'm fat and ugly in the real world. Let me go in the digital world and I'm sexy and skinny. It's like, okay, whatever. Go for it. But anyways, you guys can get the concept why it's going to be important. And here is the virtual space. So they have 5 different sections. So you're going to have shops in these. You can rent out the shops. You can have clients like big brands renting these shops, aka advertising. Then you can have quarters, which are basically areas of interest like digital art, music, gaming. So it's just like the real world. Just like you drive around, you have a section for restaurants, or like you go in a mall, you got a food court. You got the jewelry section. You got the cell phone or electronics section. You got the hardware section. There's different sections. Everything is divided and organized. And when you're owning any of these virtual lands, you can actually rent them out to people too. So it's almost like virtual real estate. And they also talk about COGS. So COGS is one of their other venture investments. But basically they're like NFTs and limited edition objects and so on. So these COGS, like while you're inside this virtual space, you can go to a vending machine and buy some of these COGS. So you're buying an NFT inside a NFT space. Guys, what in the world? Who comes up with this? Well, that's the guy you want on your team. Someone who's forward thinking and thinking about this stuff and coming up with things that have not come up with yet. That's what you're looking for. You got to look for the game changers. You do not want to go with someone who's just copying junk. No offense against something like Sushi Swap. However, Sushi Swap did change a little bit. They actually added a token model to theirs before Uniswap even did. So, hey, he took an idea, launched it, and made it better. So a good example of this would be Goose Finance and Viking Swap. Viking Swap literally went to zero when Goose Swap made a little bit, or Goose Finance made a little change. Even though they're both farming tokens, I'm just giving you guys an example. They aren't like crazy projects you want to look at, but just so you guys know, that's how it works. And then it talks about ownership, and you guys have already seen digital ownership. I'm big in real estate, so I understand that virtual real estate is going to be massive. And then here's the RedFOX token. This is going to be on the Binance Smart Chain, and this is how the breakdown goes. There's going to be a total supply of 21 million. It is pre-mined. It has not been released yet. So this is a separate token from it, and this is the farming allocation. So you guys can keep this one on your radar and look around on it a bit. But anyways, that's a little bit about the RedFOX. But why you guys are here, we're going to talk about the black paper. This is the R token. This is the token we're talking about. Or no, I'm sorry, not R token, but RFOX. So circulating, we have 1.3 milli out of 2 million. So not a crazy amount. I'm sorry, not 2 million, 2 billion. So 1.3 billion out of 2 billion. My bad. Guys, numbers are a little bit bad for me. I'm sorry. But basically, this is like a venture capital. So it's like a launch pad for separate companies or like separate blockchains. So I would think of this like almost like a Cosmos or a Polkadot, but they fund the project. So that's how I can kind of understand it. Or like an Ethereum, except they have different chains launching on it. So it's hard to understand the concept, but just kind of look at it like a launch pad for companies. So here's the problem they're solving. So mainly over in the Southeast Asia, this is where they're looking to start, and I'm sure they're going to expand. So just like you have a Google, Google isn't a company. Well, it is a company, but it's not the main company. The main company that owns them is Alphabet. No one talks about Alphabet. So now no one really talks about RedFOX, but they own a bunch of different companies. So you kind of look at the companies like, oh, whoa, those are great companies. A good example of this is like Butterfinger, Snickers, or Hershey's, or whatever other companies. They have a parent company. So what RedFOX is being is like a parent company to smaller companies. And it would diversify very well because now you're going to be able to get a group of different projects instead of just looking at one. So that's how I take from this. So if you guys can see, there's still 75% of the nation that they can still hit out of 400 billion. This is just in Southeast Asia, or Southeast Asia. Pardon the interruption, guys, but if you guys are enjoying this video, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. That way you guys are notified every time we make a new video. Really appreciate it. Thanks. The market growth potential. So guys, this isn't something that's it could be a quick pop, but I'm saying is this is something that's a longer term hold. You guys can see the growth potential in here. It can go up to 303 billion just in 2025, and it's probably going to be more than that, in my opinion. But anyways, they're looking to hit a bunch, and these guys are looking to reach into e-commerce. If you guys don't know how big e-commerce is, well, just think about this whole past year. If you didn't have e-commerce, or if you weren't buying anything on Amazon, well, I mean, you were having to drive to the store. And how many people could drive to the store when they're quarantined? Oh, well, it didn't happen. Here's a couple of opportunities they have in online media. As you guys can see, everything online is just growing. And these guys are looking to capture the sphere of online. So look, online travel, online music, online this, online that, online gaming, online food delivery, online. These guys are trying to bring blockchain to companies where they will be using blockchain. It's that they won't even realize they're using it. Guys, I highly recommend you listen to an interview with this guy, Ben Fairbank. A couple of them, actually. A really knowledgeable guy, really knows what he's talking about. So here are the 4 industries they're focusing on. They're looking at e-commerce, online travel, online media, including gaming and esports, and ride hailing. Ride hailing, I'm not too bullish on, but online travel is going to be massive. Online media, even more massive. Gaming and esports, are you kidding me? Crazy, crazy, crazy massive. I mean, just think about it. You basically deal with cryptocurrency whenever you play a video game. Whatever that digital gold is, or the digital dollars or digital tokens you have, that's basically cryptocurrency. And then on top of that, e-commerce. E-commerce is so massive. In fact, our biggest, well, it used to be the biggest company, was Amazon. Actually, I would say they're still the biggest. I know Tesla kind of popped up, but still, Amazon's way bigger. So here's a little bit about how the ecosystem works. So first, the RedFOX company does research on a company or a team or a startup. It's a unicorn startup, so like it's basically like Shark Tank. All right, so they go through a 9-point selection. So it's like, okay, good. All right, good. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, great. Next, now we move out to an MVP planning. So we recruit some founders. We figure out what we want to do. Build the design. Takes about 100 days. Then we operate. Transfer. Takes about another 100 days. Boom, company's launched. That's how it works. And any of the holders of the Fox or RFox tokens, they get a portion of each of the companies they launch. I believe it's like 80% or 70% of the companies that launch. So they get a portion of that. The RFox team or the RedFOX Labs company gets a portion of that. And the holders of this RFox token, they're going to benefit from it because every company that's using the chain, they have to use these RFox tokens every time for any of the transactions or anything that's made. Here's an example of cogs. You guys can watch the video, check it out. Little nice hype video. You guys can't hear it. Let's do some high speed. So basically these are like, I guess you can consider them casino chips, but they're like NFTs for games and so on. And you can exchange these tokens and you can get different things in different games. So like say you have a token that says, hey, it makes me get like unlimited speed or infinite power or something in a game. Well, then you can exchange that token and get it, or you can stake it, etc. Now here's the e-commerce streaming. This is so massive. So you're live streaming and you have some questions and you want to ask something. You can say, hey, does that come with 3 bottles? Hey, is that an organic or something dumb? And then you get your questions answered and you buy there right on the spot. Everyone knows how it goes. The longer someone can think about a project, the quicker they just don't buy it. The longer they sit, the quicker they don't buy. I mean, that's why it's something that's like, okay, sell them quick. Money now is better than money later. So see, they're even going to merge something like Sand or Decentraland, or the Sandbox, I'm sorry. So now a little bit about the token. These guys have a fairly well-distributed token. So it's not like one person holds a bunch. In fact, let me just show you guys their Etherscan as well. This is on the Etherscan. We're actually going to check out the holders. And you guys can see the person who has most of it is going to be this guy with 20%, and you got one with 10. This is basically a smart contract. This is locked up for like rewards and so on. But you guys can see right here, 1.3 billion, 67.5% is the initial circulating supply, and basically this was just given out as the initial circulating supply. The duration of the sale, there was no sale. It was all pre-mined. So this is something that was just started initially. Here's the allocation. The team advisors, they have a locked amount for 250 million. So this is only about 12.5%. And the team and advisors vesting period, 12 months, 12 months, 25%, 18 months, 25%, 2 years, 50%. So they still got some time with these tokens. You guys can see these guys launched back on November 20. I'm sorry, October 2020. So factor in a year from now, which is October 2021. That's when the first token unlocks will happen. That's about 25% that will be unlocked. And then you got the ecosystem and treasury, which is 350 million, which is 17.5% of the supply. and so on. You guys can also see again, here's the token allocation. This is the circulating team, COGS ecosystem. Here's the release schedule, so you guys can see a big portion's already been released. So that's also a good thing. You don't have a lot of inflation coming up or liquidation of what you got. And here's a little bit of their utility of the RFOX token. So you have all these different options, and they got to come back through RFOX. So basically, it would be AKA Ethereum. So they got to come back to RFOX at any time. So that's basically RedFOX in a nutshell. You guys can do some more research, take a look into them. But what I kind of imagine them, just to kind of sum it up for you guys, is almost like Alphabet is to Google. So it's basically the parent company of a bunch of different companies. A lot of you guys probably didn't know they own something called Waymo. It's a massive company for autonomous driving vehicles. They own a massive company called YouTube. So, guys, there's a lot of things that they own that you didn't even know. But, well, you probably did. But anyways, that's how you can look at it. So we're going to leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 27. I think we're in verses 24. For riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations. What does this mean, guys? Well, if you guys are on top of the world or have all the cash, well, it's not going to last. Never does. In fact, when it says, and a crown is not secure for all generations, what that means is if someone in the family is a king, they aren't always going to be the king. There's always going to be changes. There's always going to be new things happening. What that means is don't be lazy, guys. Keep strong, keep working on, and keep praying. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way you guys can be ahead of the game every time we make a new video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and without you guys watching, I wouldn't keep doing these videos, but I'm hoping I'm helping you guys. If I am, smash that like button. Go ahead and get started with the triple threat. Go ahead and start with the Celsius account. Here's a referral link where you guys can earn $20 in BTC. Really awesome. Set up a Celsius account, easy to use, and you get crazy interest rates on your Celsius account. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, you name it. The next one in the triple threat is a crypto.com account. Super easy to use, super easy to set up, really easy to buy and sell on it. I don't like how it doesn't have limit orders, but really easy to use. And here's another referral code for 25 bucks in CRO. Here's the referral link, A8GP, you guys can read it. But anyways, guys, a cool place to buy cryptocurrency on the go. Allows you to buy small altcoins, unlike Celsius. Celsius is more so like your bank account. And the third one, this one is a fun one, Voyager. This one is more so where you can buy with limit orders. It doesn't have as many altcoins as crypto.com, but it's really easy to use, easy to set up, and yes, this one does come with a referral link as well, and you'll get $25 in BTC. This is how you can do a limit order, super easy to use, and they don't charge any trading fees whatsoever. Here's the referral link. You can't copy and paste it, but you can look in the description to copy and paste, and you can put that in and set one up. 25 bucks, free BTC. This is the funnest one though, Lolly, free. There is a referral link to this one too. I've actually won 100,000 sats one time on one of the taps, which is worth like 100 bucks in Bitcoin. So it's crazy. Look, and there's even proof in the wallet. Look at that, daily stack, 101. Guys, set one up. It's really easy to do. Download a Lolly account and just set it up. And of course, guys, if you guys are a pro, there's a link in the description so you guys can sign up with KuCoin and Binance US to get some trading fee discounts. Thanks.